Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. When a man thinks about a Filipina, he probably thinks about her exotic beauty first. It's only natural, like her, black hair, short stature, maybe dark skin, maybe you like that. That's physical beauty, and there are qualities of beauty that are also about what's on the inside, not the ones that you can see on a picture on a dating site. One of these qualities, inner qualities, is called modesty. I've talked about it before. I want to talk about it again. I think this is a quality to look for when looking for a Filipina to marry. So please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea and leave a comment if you agree or disagree with me. What am I talking about? I want to talk about modesty, just to make that clear. Typical dictionary definition would be the quality or state of being unassuming or moderate in the estimation of one's abilities. Also, a synonym would be humility, let's say unpretentious, simple. You hear that term a lot about Philippines, and even plainness. So that's kind of the overall idea. Now, this describes what I have read about Filipinas and also experienced myself when looking for a wife from the Philippines and in being married to one since 2015. If you compliment a Filipina on her beauty, she might just say, oh, no, I'm just average. Huh? She could be modest, or it could just be there's a lot of beautiful Filipinas there. Often you'll come across a Filipina describing herself as a simple woman. Another expression of modesty, if you've seen my video on public displays of affection, you know that often a Filipina will see PDA, like kissing in public, as being indecent because she's modest and thinks only liberal Filipinas do things like that. A modest Filipina, she's going to be self-conscious of the clothes she wears, and you can see that easily in person or in a picture online. Now, this is something to look for when you look at these pictures. Yes, we want to have pictures that are attractive, but look for clues about her level of modesty. A modest one won't try to win you over or impress you to marry her by her looks or how she dresses. She's going to want to impress you with her clothes by wearing simple, good-looking, not expensive, not revealing attire, because she wants to see her character come out in the way she dresses. Now, back in 2015, when I was looking for a wife, I thought showing too much skin, which you often see, was a sign to me to keep looking, look somewhere else. A modest one cares about her reputation, the impression she makes on people. She wants to be known for things like being a hard worker and a respectful person. Can you relate to this? This is the type of woman you can be proud of to show off to others. A modest Filipina wants to dress in a way for her man to treat her with dignity and respect. It's okay for her to want to look good. Let's not mistake modesty for intentionally dressing to look unattractive or frumpy. That's immodest, because it's an attempt to attract attention to oneself, kind of in reverse. Now, this idea of modesty that I'm talking about also applies to how she conducts herself, how she behaves. If she's trying to attract attention by loud speech, much talk, or uses bad language, that would be immodest. And I would think the kind of Filipina you want to marry is one who avoids the spotlight, doesn't want to be the center of attention. At least she's uncomfortable. She has high standards for herself and just goes about her business trying her best. If she's modest, she won't even want to do something that might make her look bad. She cares about how others perceive her. She wants to please God. Now, lovely Filipinas, they're abundantly available over there. If you find a modest one, go ahead and tell her how beautiful she is. She may deny it, but she still wants to hear it. But learn to recognize modest behavior and compliment her on the beauty of that. Now, it might take a while for that to come out, but if you see it, Let her know that you appreciate it. I hope you do. Over time, she will realize that her modesty means something to you. Her amazing Filipina beauty fades with age, like it does with all women, but modesty, any kind of good inner quality, never going to fade. The modest Filipina will want to look good for her husband, not just not anybody else. It's her husband. Now, out in public, she's going to be modest. Now, the Bible even says, 1 Peter 3:4, as a Christian, it matters to me what the Bible says. It says there, clothe yourselves instead with the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God. You know what I'm talking about when you see one that's the opposite of this, loud, brash, attention-seeking, and wearing skimpy, revealing clothing to try to impress men, and maybe that's all she has to impress you with. But if this quality of modesty is important to God, then it's valuable to me, and it's something I admire about my love beyond the sea.